Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're heading down from Armou village up above Konya mountain. We're going to come down and we're going to take a right as if we're going to the general hospital. We're going to go to the T-junction, we're going to take a right, and we're going to work our way up to the top of Anavargus, and we're heading towards Masoi, and we're actually going to go to Tremethousa. That's where we're going. So starting Armou, ending in Tremethousa, and you never know, you might get to see some landmarks and some sights along the way. Now, I forgive the film quality and the sound quality, but today we are in but a humble C-Class Mercedes, and unfortunately these roads are way beyond Sherlock Holmes. These roads are way worse than William Shakespeare. These roads are right up there with Chaucerian English. So we're going to have a bit of a bouncy ride, and hopefully, well, it's not going to be too unsettling on the ears as well. Here we go, starting the descent down in towards Konya, and I'm pretty sure you can hear the suspension crashing and rocking away on all the potholes and the loose manhole covers and the speed bumps that are coming up. So if your name is so sweet Lady Caroline, get your zupper on the memory foam pillow, and just before you do, don't forget to pour a tot or two for our mate and your partner in crime, the one and only Lord Nigel Big Guns. And of course, you'll be coming down to Paphos very soon indeed. Another month or so to go, and you'll be partying away in the hotel known as the Olympic Lagoon, possibly one of the greatest resorts in downtown Paphos. What is this idiot doing now? Obviously trying to deliver some food, and he's obviously got his smartphone in one hand and he's trying to get directions or something. So we'll let him live for another day, and slowly but surely we'll get round him, shall we? There we go. Right, you have these people all over the world now. Yep, he's got his smartphone in his left hand and he's desperately trying to read. Oh my goodness, these bumps are bad. The suspension in this Mercedes AMG C-Class, wow, what can I say? I think if you own one, I'd sell it. Hopefully, J-Mac, you've not bought one in AMG spec, because I understand even the roads in the UK are not that much better than our roads over here in Paphos. So if you have, well, take it back and get something else. Anyway, looking forward to seeing J-Mac. That's Tracy and Justin, and of course they're bringing the kids, who are not actually kids anymore, they're adults, but Sophie's coming and JJ as well, and we're all going to party down the Paphos promenade, that's for sure. Now let's just go and check with the breakfast crew and see what's going on, because there's 3 dolly birds in charge of the Marika and Me lounge, and they are Miss Vivian, Miss Nessie, and of course Miss Beverly, and they're cooking up a froth. They're making some fancy cheesecakes, they're making some fancy breakfast now, because the likes of Dave Jono and all them have said that they want breakfast. And we've got Alan, he wants a breakfast. He's frantically fricking on his treadmill because he wants to start to run up a sweat to burn off those calories for that breakfast, and he's also in practice for when he comes down to downtown Paphos, because we're going to take him for a walk. Ooh, feel that for a pothole. Oh my goodness, now that was a pothole. That actually decided to try and eat not just the front suspension but the rear suspension as well. So if your name's Miss Dizzy Blonde and you're stuck in a traffic jam on the M62 in and around Manchester, feel sorry for me. We may have blue skies, we may have a blue Mediterranean Sea. I may be dressed head to toe in blue, but I promise you, all it's actually missing is you. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Cyprus, Marika and myself are quite simply waiting for you. I want to say a big thank you for bumping into us twice. That's to Miss Dawn and Mr. Sean, who stole a cat from Cyprus a while back, and they got a cat called Bobo. I know you haven't left yet, but the temperature is 22 degrees today. There we are. But a big shout out to them. They bumped into us twice, put up with us twice, and we had a great coffee together. And thanks very much for watching us, and thanks very much for being our friends. That's what the channel Marika and Me is all about. It's about an idiot in a blue hat with a pair of sunglasses who always has a blonde beauty by his side, wandering around and well, talking a load of nonsense most of the time, but you never know, now and again you might learn something if you keep coming back. So we're not that bad people, to be honest, and we do like to have a laugh, and you never know, we might even treat you to a drink or two if you're very, very lucky. So thanks for being our friends, and we hope to see you again in June, and again they're coming back out in, I think it's September, so guess what, we'll still be here. So let us know when you're in town, and we'll come and Chichochko dance our way to you and have a chat or two. Now, on with the show. Who's on the breakfast sofa? Let's go and have a look. Well, the girl in charge of most things, Lady Dame Anne. Oh yes, she's sitting there, and she's having a bit of a chin wag with the superstar known as Anna Star, the greatest lawyer possibly in the world, certainly in Poland, and she is the lawyer for Marika and me. So if you upset us, we pass you over to her. She beats you first, and then she takes you to court afterwards. And on top of that, there's two porn stars, one on each arm of that sofa. We got the Viking Ronnie. Well, he was a member of something in the past, and if you're a naughty boy, we will recruit him, and he'll sort you out just as he's finishing his filter coffee and eating his malted toast. And then on the other arm, well, that's the Chief Constable of the Marika Police Force, and his name is the one and only Ronnie Miller. Good morning to you, sir. And he is tucking into a rich tea biscuit and a nice cup of Earl Grey tea, just like Dame Anne. There we are. So who else is in town? We've got Lord Jono. He's running around taking your orders. So if there's some, oh my God, those skies have gone a bit grey, haven't they? Oh my God, I think I'm driving to hell. But anyway, get on with it. So who else is in town? We've got lady, so sweet. She's on a sofa because she's getting ready to come into Paphos. Of course, sitting with her is Miss Ellie, a superstar amongst superstars, and then just sitting on the other side there is Lord Nigel Big Guns, and he's getting ready to go down to a shop on the promenade and have a good mosey on down and a good fiddle around with one or two Breitling watches, that's for sure. Sitting over yonder there's the Double Trouble. They're the boys who sort you out if you do something naughty. They got a mallet each, and apparently they've got a jupper or two as well. So Double Trouble, good morning to you. That's Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon Payne, superstars amongst superstars. On another sofa over there, we've got Nessie and Andy. Yes, she's moonlighting today, sitting over there. And they got a YouTube channel, by the way, so click through to the search bar, Nessie and Andy's Travels, and go and watch them venturing around Shropshire and those kind of areas. We've also got some other superstars with their own channel, and that is Miss Andrea and Mr. Mart. So Andrea Mart into the search bar, and you get to find them wiggling and waggling in and around the area known as Norfolk, and they go to Skegness and those kind of places. And now and again they pop on a big bird as well. And they came to Paphos, and they're off to Rhodes in the summer. So some interesting videos coming, that's for sure. But I'm worried about the sky, you know, because they told us today that we were having blue skies, and well, over Tremethousa it's looking a little bit grey, that's for sure. So where are we now? This is the top of Anavarkos area, and at this roundabout you can go straight down the Masoi main road if you go left, but we're going right, and we're heading up towards, this is called Mesahoyo village up here, if you understand me. Doesn't make much sense to me, but that's what this village is called. If you go straight at the next traffic lights, you would then join the main Paphos to Polis road. The first stop would be Tasada, and then you'd start your descent down towards Stromby. You'd go through to Yolu, and you'd keep on going and end up in Polis. But we are going to take a left at the traffic lights, and we're going to head out towards Tremethousa. And again, this is the way you would go to Tala as well. So lots of people understand where Tala is. And here we go. This parade of shops here is my favourite coffee shop in the whole of Paphos. There it is, the Atlas Coffee Shop on the left-hand side. And we believe that that is the best, the greatest coffee shop in the whole of Paphos. There's one or two good coffee shops, don't get me wrong, but we come there every morning to get a coffee because we think that one is the best. We're now entering the village of Tremethousa. Well, it's a mixed village. It's quite a big village, to be honest. You've got a very, very big old part down there towards the left, and then as we go out further here, we come to more of the new part, shall we say. And there's a crossroads coming up here. You've got English car dealer, A&W cars on the right, and most people go to Tremethousa, turn left there and head down. And there's a big church down there, and there's lots of villas and bungalows and that kind of thing. So we're going to keep going a bit further, and this is the main road out towards Tala, if you understand, and I'm trying to ease off as much as I can on these speed bumps because, as I've said, the suspension in this C-Class is absolutely Sherlock Holmes. I miss my car so much, and if you're wondering why I'm in a C-Class, well, I've done a good deed. This belongs to a friend of mine, and unfortunately his wife's father has died, and well, there you go. I've lent him the S-Class to take his mother and her mother and those people to the funeral, so that's why I'm driving a C-Class. It's not a bad car, don't get me wrong, but it's not an S-Class. So my S-Class today is doing funeral service, so now and again I do a good deed, and I'm not charging the chappie a penny, that's for sure. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to say thanks for watching, and of course if you do like what you see, why not hit that like, click the subscribe, come back for a little bit more of our madness, and if you'd really like to help the channel grow, if you want to continue to see these kind of videos of me driving in and around Paphos and sometimes further afield, why not go through to our About page where you could consider to buy us a copy or two. We'll convert it into liquid benzene, pop it in the tank, and continue to drive around especially for you. So a big thank you to some of the stars. Daniel Mahoney, thank you from the bottom of our heart. Dayman, thank you very, very much for your contributions to the channel. Lady Oh So So Sweet Caroline, Lord Nigel Big Guns, thank you for your contributions. Mr. Nigel, Miss Debbie, Miss Maya, thank you very much all the way up there in Stockton. Nick and Kath, all the way up in South Yorkshire as well, thank you very, very much. John and Louise, the Barnhawks, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We can't name everyone in every video, but we will name people at random, and we thank you very, very much indeed. And don't forget, next time that you are in Paphos, to give us a line and we'll come and dance the Chuchuchka, especially for you. Thanks for watching. Technically, we're in Tala. We're going to take a right just up here, and I'm going to go and see a gentleman about some damage on his car. Thanks for watching.